I guess I don't need my sunglasses on my hat now, do I? It's not that fucking bright in my room.
Probably not inside now.
Yeah, probably not, no. Alright, let's put this out of the way. Let me pop open. Okay. Looks like it's up on my other machine. Yep. Hey! Knock it off! Fucking animals. Dogs are outside. Roof, roof, roof! Motherfuckers.
I got lucky with mine. They don't bark much.
So, mine never did until I got this third dog, which I shouldn't have gotten the third dog, but he was abandoned and I felt bad for him, so I did. And now
Fair
he makes
enough.
all the others bark. Okay, so you see the stream, right?
Yeah.
Hold on one second. Let me add video capture device, webcam.
Oh, you're testing the other overlay?
Yeah.
Oh, wait. That's for your second monitor, I'm guessing. Huh?
No.
No?
What's for my second monitor?
You have like two displays on your thing, and each
Oh,
one's
gotcha.
overlay. Waiting for it. Interesting. I don't think. Hmm? I don't think it looks bad, but continue. I see. Yeah. Yeah. No, you have to. Hmm.
Which the format will be off, and so you're gonna take this really wide thing and like smush it down.
Yeah.
And I think that it'll really fuck up the way it looks. So that's what I've kind of been messing with.
Is there a way on OBS to kind of like, so when you go to the in-game one, most of the kind of black space is centered focused on the bottom.
Yep.
Is there a way to kind of shift the game screen down on what I see? Because if you can like center that more and kind of line that up more with the bottom stuff, like you see at the top of, I guess, where the camera goes, which is dkazriel, if you line it up like there, and then you put the other stuff on top, it might not look too bad. Yeah. Well, like not all the way to the bottom, like the bottom of your monitor, I guess, like the monitor slightly higher, I would say. So that way like the very bottom is on the top of where it says dkazriel. Like, can you turn off different elements of this overlay? Hmm. Can you move them maybe? That probably knocks that they're optimized. If you can mix and match, what do you call it? You can kind of put everything on the bottom, then kind of space it out with that space. Sorry, God. That you do have. So you can kind of like arrange everything so it's right there on the bottom. Then on the top, it shouldn't be too noticeable, the black space. But as it is right now, if you can find some stuff to put in on the bottom to kind of not clean up, but not, what's the word I'm looking for? Use some of the space. It'd be pretty good, I think. This could be different, yeah. I mean, I'm not trying to. As I say, I'm not gonna try. I'm not saying this to try and bash on the old overlay. But I think the ones I guess preset in the stream elements are much like higher quality, I guess. See, this one fits up nicely. Yeah, yeah. This is the overlay. Like, I like each individual element. Can you move just like the fuck with it? Can you move the top ones? I'm curious if they have a completed like top to them, or if it's just cut off with them expecting it to be on the top. If you know what I mean. It's cut off. Can you rotate it? Can you rotate it 180 degrees so it's upside down? Oh, oh, that's an interesting idea. Yeah. The complicated ones are, well, they're complicated. Go figure. Question, as far as so lead into like a design suggestion. Are you gonna use that Twitter, Facebook, YouTube thing? Yeah, well, I don't really either. I use it for like 2 accounts, like 2 people that I follow. But what do you call it? I was gonna suggest if you delete that thing, like the little segment, then you. Oh, true. Hmm. Well, I think either box will be fine. The thing I was going to lead into was I was going to say you can like put the camera in the middle and then there's 2 things from the top on either side of it. But if you're going to keep that, that'll make it look a little strange. If try clicking on one, then holding shift and clicking on another one. Okay. Oh, each of those things in there is different. That makes sense. Okay, it doesn't follow conventional Photoshop rules. Can you click and drag? That probably won't work either if shift doesn't work, but. Question, can you click on one and then use like the arrows on your keyboard to try and move it? Bigger. Okay, that's very strange. Okay, I don't know then. Because a trick I do in Photoshop is if you use the arrows, you can like move things at controlled increments. So if you want to move everything uniformly, you can just kind of be like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, then move the other thing 10. But that unfortunately won't work. Can you in fact zoom in? Nice. What do you mean? Oh, I see. It's snapping. Oh, there has to be, otherwise like, you'd never be able to arrange things. Maybe under position, size, and style. Might be like a setting. I hate snap with a passion. In very select circumstances, it can be good. But if you're doing anything that's not in like a basic geometric shape, it usually fucks it up. Mm. It's actually tilting the fuck out of me just seeing that recent subscriber thing snap down to the name. You can keep doing it now, I don't mind. I'm like eating these. I attempted to make chili dogs, and the buns are falling apart, so it's taking me some time. With that setup, at least the middle kind of bland on the bottom.
Like this is just more, while it's still blah, it's at least full. You're about to see it'll come up.
Yeah, I see.
Just,
I should take a screenshot of the other one so I can look at it constantly. Yeah, let's hit print screen and open it up. And where's print screen? Oh, I gotcha. Let's see, because I want to like move the things around so I can like fuck with it. You can't do that? Okay. That's helpful. Oh my god, this just have my old settings down. D. I have cuts. Oops. Cuts. Cuts. You probably have to do that in a separate thing under text settings, because that's something you typed, I think. Trust me, trying to stretch text is it's very ugly. Yeah. It's pretty good. I think it's a healthy size, because you don't want it too big. I don't think, anyway. As it does. What do you mean? Oh, your camera? I don't know if this works in Stream Elements. Try right-clicking on webcam and see if there's like a fit to option, like transform. What was it? You might have to configure video. I don't know how this. Oh, this is OBS Studio. I used the old as OBS. Here we go. What, your camera? The bug? Yeah. I think it says video size scale to fit. That might be because your monitor is widescreen. It might think your camera is also widescreen. In the OBS settings. Sure. Are you trying to treat the camera size or the frame size? No, yeah, there you go. That's not even close to what I was trying to say. See, that was all you. Sure. Top of it, try to bring it to the bottom. You need the frame, like the whole setup. Oh, I see. It is for you. Let me send you a screenshot of what I see. Is it bigger than... That's what I want to give you, like, the perspective that I'm seeing. Because I don't think it looks too bad. Though I can see the gap you're talking about. This isn't theater mode though. If I go to full screen, it looks about the same, just full screen. Sure. On Discord here. Okay. True. I'm trying to think what's there in the League client. Because it's probably nothing terribly important. Because the only slight concern that's extremely minor is the little flame effect will be peeking into the game. Like, you know what I'm trying to say. But that's minor enough that I don't think it matters.
I'm on the case.
Okay. And yeah, it's like that wouldn't go up high enough to cover any of that anyway, so it should be fine. Oops. What do you mean, shrimp? I see that. That might just be. Let me check this other stream. That's full stream. I don't know what to click. That's on everyone. Every stream. I'm on another stream now. Let me check like a really big stream. Who's like a huge person? This guy has 7,000 views. Nah, it shouldn't affect it. Yeah, Shifter stream has that too. Like, I'll send you another screenshot just to make sure we're talking about the same thing. But I'm pretty sure we are. So I'm pretty sure that's just part of like Twitch. Ow. No, he plays borderless. Like, maybe he doesn't. I'm 90% sure he does. That's what I use. I like it a lot. Yeah, he plays borderless. He either plays borderless or yeah, and he definitely plays borderless because when he alt tabs, you don't get to see his desktop. That's pretty nice. I was just looking at that. Is there no option to center? Then you can just kind of drag straight down. OBS has that. OBS is superior, confirmed. My OBS has an option to center. Let me see. Preview. You should have like center horizontally, vertically. I don't know. He uses an XY plane. 0, 0 is usually on the bottom left, so. $640, yeah, for X and Y. Theoretically. 1920 maybe. 2080, I don't know. 2560. So that's 1280. Is 1280 by. So 960 by 540. I think half of 1920 is 960. Either my math is horrendously off, or oh, I see. No, wait. Yeah, you're right. I'm stupid. What you're saying makes sense. Let me see. That's pretty centered. Yeah, I use my phone as a measure, and it basically goes exactly to the same spot on both sides. So, plus my brain is terrible. What is my fucking the hell? That's weird. You were saying you didn't like how it was all on the bottom. Do you want... You could keep some of it on the top if you wanted. But I think it's fine either way.
Me, miss? Not by a long shot.
Oh, I see. The recent follower and subscriber on the line. I think the other things, like the pictures, the triangles are pretty close though. The triangles going up slightly probably wouldn't hurt, because they're kind of cutting off the bottom right now. I do see what you're saying. Yeah, it should be fine once it's moved. I think the left one is slightly higher, the recent text. But like very slightly, that like really be looking for it to notice it. Actually. Yeah. Yeah, I think actually the F is being cut off slightly. Like one arrow click down should fix that. Huh. Let's see. Agreed. Or at the very least move the one on the right to the right. Just because you have all the empty space on the right side. I think moving both of them and having like some empty space on each side is fine. True. So maybe only move the subscriber one slightly. Well, you could do a scrolling effect. I see the top thing has for the cheer thing. I don't know if you can do one of those. Thinking. The only thing that kind of bothers me about it is you see the two little kind of fangs in the middle of the frame. That makes it look really offset, just because of where that one, the right triangle is. What would happen if you put the right triangle on a the far right side of the recent subscriber thing? I think so, yeah. Oh. I think that's like the only thing that bugs me about it. It's just like how close the right triangle is next to the fang. You can outline the text. That won't flip the text, right? It's not just inversing, it'll still be spelled correctly. Oh, makes sense. Okay. Excuse me. I do think it helps add perspective, because like maybe you want to center things based on where like your character portrait and stuff are, so I think having that there is useful. If you go to practice tool, you can maybe pause it or like disable everything so it's not as taxing though. Oh, I just realized someone's in your chat. Huh. It has more characters, yeah. It is also, I think, being cut off on the top slightly. The text. Try like 2 clicks. Maybe 1. I think just 1 actually. I think once it's not being cut off, it shouldn't look too bad. I think that looks fine. What do you mean, the recent subscriber thing? Let me... Just resetting my eyes. It is a little small, but I think anybody with a brain would be able to like look at it for more than a second and see it. I guess if you're going for clarity, maybe slightly larger than current.
Okay.
Hmm. I feel like if you're gonna put things on the top, you should shrink the camera frame and then put like the fangy frame thing, like the one that's on top right now. Like basically put the game so it's just below that, and then have the camera end at just the bottom of the thing. So that way you balance out your spacing a bit. It'll just help make the focal point more in the game, I think. I'm far from a design major though, so I don't really know. Don't need that.
I really don't want to look at like get rid of all that. The YouTube I still put in there.
Didn't you say you want to put your chat in there or the other one? Honestly, if you can just resize that box thing, put it over there. You need to put it in a frame.
The new design looks good, though. Yeah, sorry, my father-in-law rang the doorbell just as soon as I turned on the thing.
Nice. Solid timing.
Yep. So are you actually playing the game? No.
Waiting.
Ah, I see.
Hmm. Is anything else going to be in the bottom right? What?
A picture of me.
That would actually work for my concern, but
Probably just hide it.
you could like move it off the screen or something. My main concern is just balance, like the whole camera in a frame. That's a lot of noise, kind of. Does like take up a lot of space. You want to balance it out on the right, balance that out on the right side.
Yeah, I'd have to agree with him. Looks a little empty on the right. That looks better over there.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, you died.
Accurate.
Hey, you have OBS running as well, right? So you have OBS running, and then you have you're importing stuff from player.me, or is it all OBS. Yep.
Waiting. Is it coming? To know.
Really? I'm just breathing hard.
That's far too small, though. Yeah. I have to really lean in to read that. On a side note, it's high key tilting me that the Fang thing isn't aligned with the item slot in game. I don't know if you can adjust the ratio, but that might be something to consider. Now, it's more the right side that I'm looking at. It's a pretty minor thing, I just think it would help it look a bit cleaner. I think alignment is more important than centering. It's opinion based, but yeah. I think that looks better. Can you put the stats thing back on? And I'll tell you how that looks in 20 seconds. No problem.
I have the tools for the job.
Damn. Can you... The thing that your camera is in, can you just duplicate that and put another one of those on the right? And then just kind of stretch the chat so it fits in between it, so that way the noise of the pillars can kind of... I saw the other one you had. I was thinking... I like symmetrical things personally, so that might help to ease it, but I don't know if you can activate the other one. It's got murdered again. It might just be if you can see if you can find an option to like bring to front, because it might just be behind the things in your scene.
I know what you're talking about.
Gotcha.
Your turret has been destroyed.
Another day
That makes sense. It's the same thing. Is that's what I was wondering about as well. Might probably be under position and size now. Oh, on a social thing. I am.
Oh gosh, I'm feeling a tilt.
That fits nicely though. 1 second, I'm just putting a bunch of shit in chat so that it fills out. What do you mean it's not wide? Oh, I see what you're saying. Can you adjust the camera to follow that trend? I guess a better question would be, can you adjust the camera and its frame fit that? It's about that. Yeah. I mean, if you're not playing, you're probably not going to win. It's usually how that works. If the thing that your name is in, it doesn't fit, you can try putting that underneath that fang thing in the middle. After. If you hit Control Z, what happens? Cool. What fat boy? The one it used to be? I'm not sure. I think, without seeing it, I think it'd be better to have dkazriel thing move to the middle. dkazriel thing move to the middle. Actually, it doesn't look that bad. That looks pretty good, actually. You're welcome. I mean, that should be like the easiest thing to fix so far, honestly. That's like a full monitor, yeah. Like a full monitor size. That's the size of my monitor, which is large. Can you not just kind of like click and drag a corner to resize it? Oh, that looks pretty close. Whatever you had 20 seconds ago looks pretty close. Let's see if it changes. Oh yeah, that's what I'm saying. It looks good though.
Together.
A nitpicky thing. The frame that dkazriel's in is off-centered, pushing out to the left slightly. I don't know if you want to fix that or not. If you look at the like where the frame, yeah, basically. I think it's still slightly off, but I think it's more. Oh no, it's fine. It's because the lighting effect that goes along the edge of the camera frame isn't always the same on both sides, which is why it looks weird. That looks pretty good then. Hmm. I was debating what I think about the thing that you tip things in on a bottom. I'm more at the frame. Seems a little strange. What do you think about basically taking the fang thing and flipping it upside down and putting it on a bottom? Do you think that would look better or worse? I think it's like about the same. It's like a personal preference thing. I just figured I'd throw it out there, see if you like it. The idea, but I don't know. I think at the very least that one should be wider, so it's at least as wide as the fang thing on top. Because it seems weird. The amount of the amount of space seems weird. The main thing I'm worried about is putting too much there, because if it gets too noisy, it might distract from the game. Happened to what? Oh, I see what you're talking about. But it has to increase. That actually doesn't look too bad though. As long as you keep centering that.
Yeah.
That looks a lot better though compared to what it was. Increase in size, make that upward. I think that would look cleaner. Hmm. Hmm. Same, mainly because it gets blurry when it gets that large. If you were to shrink it down so that way the top of it was on the bottom of your taskbar, how would that look? Maybe slightly. I don't know if it would fix it to the point that it works. Just worth a shot, I guess. True. It's worth looking at for sure. I think that at the very least would be better than this. This doesn't look as good large as I was hoping. I do think the previous thing, with like the Fang thing and this one being slightly, it looked pretty good. But we might as well try like all the things and see which one you like the most. That would definitely need to be scaled down. I think the middle thing should be slightly shorter than the other two to have better flow. So like you see how the other two are cutting into the taskbar. I think the middle one should be at the bottom of that. Just because that's where like your ability ranks and all that stuff in the game are gonna be, and it might cut into the item thing as well. So that might actually like block things in the game, if you know what I'm saying. Actually, the one on the right, I don't know if that's gonna block the minimap at all. You might have that problem you had a while ago where like the old overlay was blocking a large portion of bot lane. I'm not sure if it's gonna be like that though. Can you go into a practice tool? Well, yeah, like a custom or practice tool. Practice tool might be easier on your computer because you can just pause everything so it's not constantly spawning things. But I just want to see, because what I'm basically doing whenever I like stop talking randomly is I'm just like closing my eyes for like 10 seconds and opening them and seeing where my eyes snap to. So I want to see like what the focal point is basically. Whatever my eyes snap to is usually what my brain thinks is the most important thing. That's something they had us do in art class, so I'm assuming it works. If it works, it's interesting.
Regret opposing me.
Yeah, I'm trying to ignore that. No, not the bottom. I was more thinking the one that's like in the middle of your screen. Gotcha. Why is that so small? That's just like custom, I guess. Oops. I'll fix that later. Hmm. Yeah, that looks pretty good. The game's bright enough that, like all the glowy stuff on the middle thing doesn't really distract you too much from it.
Minions have spawned.
I think that's fine. That'll only like affect anything in very like end game scenarios. Like the only time someone's gonna complain about us about that if there's like a cane hiding in bot lane wall or something. Random nitpick. the chat, it has a small gap on the left side of it between it and the frame. Yeah, I think this setup looks fine once you like arrange all the text and stuff in the thing. The problem then would be just making sure the text isn't too big, so that causes a distraction. Should be fine. Sure. I think the chat thing might be slightly lower, but they get to really look for that to see it. I was like trying to find like every little tiny thing. I don't know if you want me to nitpick everything, but I was kind of thinking out loud basically. That's basically it. The only thing would just be fixing the text in the middle. At some point, it might be worth finding some kind of, like figuring out what the size of that, how do you say? See what the size of the space from the bottom of the game, the bottom of your taskbar, to the bottom of what Twitch shows, and finding a kind of darker image, it's like something really subtle to put behind those frames to fill in that black space. Just, yeah. Just like something with a very like passive design. Maybe like you can find like a blue lightning or blue flame thing or something that's pretty dark, or like put like a dark filter on it or something. So it's very subtle. Just a thought, just something to connect and all. It's likely. Oh, I see. Are we fixing that scene or fixing the thing on the bottom of the other scene? And the main thing about this is just removing all the little thumbnail things like the Facebook and Twitter and all that stuff that you're not going to use, and then resizing everything to fit that. Because most of this is already pretty much set.
No, they already got chat. So clean it.
I think so. I mean, the other one like plopped in almost perfectly too. Sure. Is that one meant for chat or a camera? The thing that your chat is currently in. Huh. I guess they made that with that in mind then. It's interesting that there's no preset camera thing. Actually, I guess the camera would go. Yeah. Well, in the middle or like along with the other stuff. Maybe like an outro scene then.
The other one is called Awesome. So,
Okay, I guess that's more for like IRL shit, I guess. I'm sure you can find a spot to stuff your camera in. Try going. Hmm? No, go ahead. Have you considered getting? I know it's like not easy to get a monitor, but have you considered getting a different size monitor?
Let's say he loves that thing though.
Yeah, I remember. Okay. That's a pain in the ass, yeah. I mean, you also just put like all this effort into making work here, so no point just voiding that.
the key press to get this fucking thing up.
Whatever you just hit, probably. Sec. I see the image. Yeah, I see that. It's meant to be like going into it. Yeah. Unfortunately, that's not how it's going to work. Where did this scab come from? Some people play in lock screen for fights, so you don't have to move your mouse all the way to the edge to pan your camera. I tried it. I'm not good at like putting it into locked, and I'm so used to panning my camera that I still have to do it anyway. So yeah, it's the only critical thing that has to be done still.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, you could even go as simple as something like your name in gray, like a dark gray against a black background, just to stretch it the whole way. Yeah, but you'd have a breakup every once in a while for a different letter showing up. You know what I mean?
I think he's thinking of a different thing than I was thinking of. You're thinking of putting like one image that fits into that small black space, right?
Yes. Well, no, I was thinking the entire thing. If it were to say dkazriel across the entire way, yeah, you're not going to see it all, but it would be something simple and easy for you to do in Paint,
True.
because you know what the you know what's left for pixel wise. I mean, so
Yeah. I was just thinking like that can work. It's just something to kind of connect all the things on the bottom. And just kind of break up that empty space. Like that would work. It's a nice simple thing, like he said. But like anything like along those lines, I just think having
especially in the meantime until you can get yourself something like it's got like blue flames or maybe lightning, something. I don't know, yeah, exactly what that is, but it would be kind of cool if you had just some of that coming up from the bottom on the background.
Agreed.
I still don't see the picture of me. I mean, I could take a picture of me laying down like a French girl. I gotta find my stream key. I think you have to do that online though.
Yeah, let me see something. Open image. The new tab. It's like something kind of like this is more or less what I was thinking. It's like something basic. This might be a little too noisy actually. Both are very noisy. Even this actually might fit. Not fit, but like this would look decent. Can it open up the thing I want? I think anything animated would be too. This would be another thing. Like I'm just gonna send you shit that's more or less what I was thinking about, just so you can get an idea.
Where are y'all dropping these things at?
I'm dropping in his Discord. I can. What that like steal one? Got a fucking spider bite and it's just getting redder and redder. It's probably not healthy. It's worth noting that I don't know if that's copyrighted or not. Just say if someone gave it to me. I recognize that picture of a floor I took when I was on an aircraft carrier. Or some shit.
Well, you know. Occasion.
The sound of your clapping was almost perfectly synced with your pug scratching itself in the background. I will in 15 seconds. Neither am I. Can you... Yeah. Actually, wait. I was gonna say you can edit the opacity. Maybe put it like the 40 or something. That would be interesting. You really don't. You really can't edit that. Can you use PNGs on OBS? Copy image. Because I can just go into Photoshop and change the opacity and then send you the opaque one. Which one? Oh, that might be too noisy. Though if it's zoomed in as much as this one is, it might not. If it was, that's, yeah. Do you know what the size of that space is? Gotcha. I feel like it just moved to a different part. Do you know
It did shrink.
how large is your monitor?
Huge.
Oh, yeah. If you know the space of that, everything below your taskbar, more specifically, that would help. I want to see something. Control, hold on. What? Oh. That's very blurry, though. It also kind of seems strange with the futuristic lightning with the stars. 2560. It does. At least the other thing was very simple. This is like trying to be complex. How wide is it again? And tall? $2560. The height price 1600 then. $1080. And that is wide as shit. 1080 height. So, what's it called?
Probably like, yeah, I was about to say 300-ish pixels. Also, that background that you just put on there is showing on the side of your. Oh, okay.
Oh, I see.
Okay. Well, no, I mean, I'm sorry. I mean on the side of your screen capture.
Fixed size. On the left, that you see on the stream on your desktop, you see glyph, or one of your desktop things. To the left of that, you can see the picture. Is what he's saying.
Yeah.
So, like, your desktop doesn't go all the way to the edge of the screen. On this.
I've tried to close your window because I have it on full screen. I've tried to do it a half a dozen times. Like, what is this? Is blocking my desktop?
That's far too small. Okay, this is gonna look strange when I send you some. I just want to see if we can. I'm trying to like, kind of guesstimate how big the thing is. Test. PNG. Wave impression. No backgrounds. 6. What? Seriously?
So there's lightning coming from both sides. The blue image, it was at the very top of the screen, 15 seconds ago. That with a good Gaussian blur would be great, though. I think that's how you say Gaussian, Gaussian, something like that. No, it was. I think it was at the very top of this search, actually. Let's see. You gotta love the delay.
I hope this thing is safe too.
All right, there. Yeah, the top left. Something like that. It would be like if like I said, if you could. Oh, is it?
See,
Dang.
that one's gonna look weird that it just sent you, but see if that fits correctly into that thing.
Cool looking though.
It does look cool. Just everyone's gonna be staring at that instead of the. That looks pretty cool.
I like the stars background, to be honest. It looks good. Yeah.
I can try and shrink that if you want. That it's gonna help though. It's gonna make it weird. I just want to see if that image is like the size of that space. Probably gonna be slightly too big. That's far too big. Damn. Gotcha. Yeah, it's weird.
You streaming? Alright. Okay, so I can be myself. You just playing that gay? Are you just playing ranked? Wanna play regulars? You getting off right now? I ain't gonna bother logging on you. You're worthless. Worthless. Worthless.
I like it. It's just really bright comparatively.
It is pretty bright. I think it might be fine though. 'Cause don't forget, the in-game screen is gonna be much brighter than his desktop is,
That's true.
so it won't seem quite as bad.
That looks good where you have it right now with the arcs going between the two, or the three
Yeah.
pieces.
Makes like the things seem like Tesla towers or something.
Yeah.
Also, on a side note, that middle one is floating above the bottom of the screen. It's like a
It
gap.
is.
I didn't notice that before because it was black, but same.
Nice.
Success. What is it, like Borat or something? I've never actually seen that. It just seemed like something you would see in that movie. Nope.
It's freaking stupid.
That sounds accurate. I'm back. So much invisible shit just sitting behind your stuff.
Yeah. Toss.
Don't want to rush it.
Alright. See you, brother. Yeah, absolutely. There you go.
What do you call it? Mondays and Fridays. I can be up kind of late on Thursday nights and Saturday nights. Yeah, I can't. Sundays are fucking terrible for me.